Corpsewake Cove is a 45-page Mörk Borg adventure. It's written and illustrated by Madeline Ember. And yeah, you can see it's obviously got the look of Mörk Borg with the yellow and the black. This was a Kickstarter. And we're going to be taking a look at the print version of it here that came along with that Kickstarter. It's got a nice plasticky kind of cover to it, which I really enjoy. It just makes it feel real sturdy. And it's all written and illustrated by Madeline Ember. So one person did all the art and writing for it, and the layout is by Ash. So Ember and Ash is who makes it. And yeah, there's a lot of third-party stuff coming out for Mörk Borg, so this is one of the first ones I've taken a look at. And the thing about this is that, you know, Mörk Borg is kind of very abstract about its setting and stuff, and so I wanted to see how it would be for someone to do an adventure, but also kind of keep it Mörk Borg-ish, I guess you could say, if you wanted to kind of create that word out of my head. So there it is. Is it Mörk Borg-ish, or is it just kind of your typical standard OSR type fare? And I think it straddles the line well between the two of them. So let's take a look. So right off the bat, we've got pirate vernacular here on the left, and it tells you how to go e and r and me self and ain't instead of haven't, and I like the cut of your jib, matey. And so you're going to, of course, be talking like a pirate all throughout this. All your players will too, of course. And that's going to either get very old very quickly, or you're going to have a lot of fun with it. And so hopefully that's the latter, is you're going to really enjoy talking like a pirate. So here's a bunch of glossary about how to talk like a pirate, and I think it's just going to help all the players. You know, if maybe you print this out or hand a sheet to them and kind of get them in the mood. So contents there. What is Mörk Borg? We know what that is. A GM's introduction, explaining you about what the adventure is about, and we're going to continue on. There's, you know, it's got some great art. She's done a great job. That kind of getting the Mörk Borg feel to it. It is printed quite nice. I mean, obviously it's very tough to reproduce what the guys that create Mörk Borg are doing, but she gave it a good job, a good, you know, fair attempt, and I think she did a good job. So right off the bat, what you've got is you've got a way that, you know, it says right here, these fucking pirates, vermin, a lot of them. They came to your seaside village stinking of gut rut, rusted meat hooks, slashing, fire burning in their eyes, so many. So they ruined your life, and then they sailed off to their nest. Corpsewake Cove, of course, the name of the adventure. So you're obviously looking for revenge, maybe some treasure. And there's a list here of what horrors the pirates wrought. And so maybe they killed your dog Boris, stole his embroidered collar. So it's reasons. You can roll up a d10, reasons why you're going to take it to these pirates and get your revenge. So it starts off with this one pirate here. His poor family's been killed, as you can see. And when you're in the tavern, this bunket Richwald tells you that he knows of who it is, the different pirates, because he used to be a pirate, and he knows the names of the pirate kings. So this adventure involves 5 pirate kings, which he describes right here in this section. And then if you're going to go to Corpsewake Cove, there's 2 different ways you can go about it: the sneaky approach or the slaughter approach, with some options there that you can choose from as a group. And then of course possible questions to ask the PCs. They may go in with disguises, they may just go in, you know, swords and guns blazing, or they could try to get close to the different targets of these 5 different pirate kings. And so it starts off with a good little map here showing you the 5 different boats from the 5 different captains, the pirate captains, the pirate kings really, and just giving you a little abstract map here showing you how it goes to the town. And each one of them is kind of color coordinated with, as you can see here, with their respective captains. It says here's the shark zone, so you're going to obviously need a bigger boat. That's a dumb joke, but there we go. So each of the different captains, they all have some plot to play here in this adventure. They all have kind of their own little motif. With this guy liking to stab you, they all have different crewmates. You can see here, like his crew and her crew. They all have different unique abilities. This one likes to cut you. This one likes to beat you up. He uses a flashbang, and his crew is so wretched that if you feel any type of compassion for them, they're actually harder to attack. So very cool to give them all different kind of feel. And then you've got Captain Jack Riddle Grinsby, and he's got zombies, which plays a good part of the adventure, and you know, is one of the major storylines in it. And then it says Capper Hamish Marquette, the Old Lion Rattlejaw. This pirate here also plays a big role, and he wears a gold lion's mask, doesn't talk very much, and he has a low and raspy voice when he does, but he's got something going on. So he's got zombies, and his crew can do like a rallying cry. So it gives them all a little bit of flavor, which I think that's pretty cool. And then the Pirate's Curse. So this section lets you know a little bit of the history, and this cove is actually cursed with a Pirate's Curse that affected Captain Blake and Musgrave Oakenbarrel way back in the day, as they were both twisted by a curse placed by the old sea witch Basmordia. And the kings don't know, the pirate kings don't know that they're also infected with this pirate curse, and as there's 5 of them, as they perhaps meet their fate, the curse will get more and more strong as they kind of share it. It kind of spreads out and shares it. So if there's 1 king remains, they get all these different effects and truly look like a monstrosity that they are. So whoever kills them assumes the curse until and unless the keys are taken up, as each of these kings have a key to a treasure. And then let's go to the next part. We've got, this is the cove itself here, the town. Different locations telling you where each one of the places are. Obviously a little bit abstract, but it lets you know about the different places. There's obviously there's gonna be a lot of taverns to get drunk and have brawls with local salty pirates. And it's gonna tell you a little bit about where it is, how it was constructed by a blind madman, and old Captain Blake of the Baldy Winch. And of course, there's a little bit of a mystery here about what happened to him that you'll find out in the adventure. So where's all the pirate treasure? A little bit of things explaining you here, exactly how to get to it. And then here is your transit through the Corpsewake Cove. This is going to be an encounter list here where you're going to roll a d20. And if, of course, your players have blown up a building or started a brawl, you're going to add stacking +1 heat counters to it. And it's going to get more and more, nasty encounters are going to happen. So you roll d20 from 1 to 9, nothing happens, but your heat's going to, of course, build you up. And people like to call you out. They like to try to, this fella here, the blue swashbuckler, he likes to have a duel with a rapier. And then a lady tries to kill you, maybe. Pirate brutes try to attack you. Maybe a mob of soggy zombies attacks you. So it's kind of pretty cool to have this thing going on. And then you're going to get into the actual meat of the cove itself with each of its different locations, the scab works, the soggy boot, and it's got a lively group of NPCs in each of them with a lot of very surly, drunk, disgusting pirates that are wanting to fight, kill, slash, and maim. And you'll obviously have to maybe try to get in with them or beat them up or whatever your players may want to do. So that's pretty fun as you go around. And this is kind of like a little bit of the meat in the middle here, explaining all the different locations in the town. Old Jack's, this is a place that's pretty cool because it's got a pit fighting ring where you can fight different opponents here of different sorts with different weapons. And then there's this place called Scribbin's Scribatorium. Scribbins plays a big role in the story. And I do like how it's got like the red for highlighting stuff and then the gold for telling you what treasure is. So he's a goblin and he's got a place full of books and other parchments and stuff like that in this building of his. But he's going to play a big role as he is taking on the disguise of someone very important in the adventure. So one of the captains has actually found out about zombies down in the sewers and is trying to figure out how to get them under his control for his own nefarious deeds he wants to try to do in the town. A couple places, brothels and whatnot. St. Delphin's, of course, plays kind of the meat of the adventure as it turns into a normal type of dungeon crawl. St. Delphin's is a church, and there is Father Caravel who's in there who's obviously quite mad and crazy, and something's obviously going on. And you're going to have a cool little drawing here of how to get down to the crypt area. There's only 2 levels, and then the vaults. And then you're going to have a cellar path. The cellar path is full of traps. Should be quite deadly for your players and their characters. And then you lead on to the sewers where you find out more about this zombies that's going on and kind of the history of this cove of what's happening. I don't want to spoil too much for you, so but you will have to kind of read it pretty good, figure out exactly where stuff is. It's going to let you know where the main treasure is and how these pirate kings come to be. So you could try to kill them all, get their treasure, or maybe side with one of them and then backstab them. The choices are kind of endless with how you can interact with these different pirate kings. And then you've got a section here of the different type of encounters you might have between the chain ghost pirate, who is someone that you possibly run into, many pirate brutes, which you will fight, bigger, dumber, smellier than a regular pirate, And then the blue swashbuckler who wants to try to duel you. He won over 37 duels to the death. And that's pretty cool. Then you've got your soggy zombie pirates and frothy sludge you'll have to deal with. And then there's a section in there with thieving hands. So there's some undead, there's some strange things like the skeletal thieving hands and some sludge. That's pretty neat. There's also, of course, I talked about the shark. There is Frankenshark, and it's a very brutal creature to try to fight. That's in the harbor there. But if you can take it on, you can get some good rewards from his skin, or if you can able to capture him. So very nasty creature. Here's some fun things you might face. Of course, this is Corpsewake Cove, so you're going to have some rats and some other disgusting things like that. So cascade of rats, rat stiff, and then the one good rat boy. There's a deranged seagull who's very funny as he keeps on calling in he keeps kind of like summoning other seagulls to help fight with him in case you piss him off. So he's got ragged feathers, bloodied beaks, and frenzied attacks. So those seagulls are nasty. And then here we have a great kind of boss, the figurehead of the bawdy winch. So this is the figurehead of course, the one of the captains that kind of founded the cove and got the first the curse. She's huge. She's got 200 hit points. She just looks cool. I like that art. And she's going to drag herself around. Drags herself around the room, wields a barnacle-encrusted anchor, and occasionally coughs up seawater. She should be very cool to roleplay. She actually can't fit in some of the rooms because she's so big whenever the players encounter her, but very neat. There's a manicore that's in the fighting pit area. And then there's this ex-parrot right here, which is funny. When he's reduced to 1 hit point exactly, he regains all his hit points. So again, another kind of cool creature, obviously a great motif for pirate-themed adventure. This Bounty of Pirate's Booty, it's a D100. It's got tons of stuff you can roll on. You'll be rolling on this for like whenever you kill or loot one of the brute pirates. Vial of green acid, scruffy top hat, a set of pig knucklebone game pieces, a whole bunch of different stuff full of pirate flair and theme. So that should be great to roll up on and amass those things. And it's got a thing here so you can create kind of like pirates, either your NPCs or your characters. Names, traits, attire and accessories like ragged strip skirt, corset, hot pants, skimpy leather vest, tricorn hot hat. Maybe they're pot-bellied, old, they've got scars, a peg leg, all that sort of stuff. Well, if you're not a pirate, there's also something I've kind of skipped here, and I just now remembered it. It's these PC backgrounds. You've got 3 different PC backgrounds: Bounty Hunter, Treasure Crazed Lunatic, and the Dewy-Eyed Pirate Wannabe, each with their different type of reasons to go to the cove, should they not start off as actual, like, just normal people that want to attack these pirates and take it back to them. So those 3 there, maybe you can choose for one of those backgrounds for your characters. And then there's a great section here, Events of the Cove. You have 7 days, and different things are going to happen within those 7 days with those pirate kings. They're going to be moving around, maybe attacking other settlements. It'll change the way that the encounter checks work, and how some of them have certain amounts of hit points as they might get wounded from their attacks or their activities. And so it's kind of like a little bit of a calendar there to work with before the great 7th day, when all hell pretty much breaks loose there on the cove. So yeah, just going back through it again. I really like the way it looks. I think it looks good. It really straddles that line between a normal kind of OSR adventure and Mörk Borg itself, because Mörk Borg is just so, again, it's so abstract with the way its art is and the feel of what it's trying to do. So this, she really had to kind of flesh it out, this adventure. Of course, it's kind of new for me because that's the first time I've seen a Mörk Borg adventure, but I think it does the pirate theme quite well. It looks good. It's impressive that it was written and illustrated by one person. I love, of course, the vernacular and the glossary. A lot of, your players are going to be talking like pirates a bunch. It should be great for, I would think it might only take 1 night to get through this. It really depends on your players, how much they want to get into the characters, maybe that they're doing the sneaky approach and disguising themselves as pirates. Or if they just want to go in and just blaze the place away, destroying the different ships, taking it to different pirate kings, and getting the treasure. So there it is. One last little flip through. Seems like a great fun adventure for Mörk Borg. If you want a pirate type theme, should be cool. I have the link to it is in PDF on Drive-Thru-RPG. I'll have the link down in the description if you want to check it out, and maybe if you want to pick it up. But yeah, seems like it's pretty cool. It was a fun read. It's got some great stuff in there. It's got a lot of great descriptive stuff of disgusting pirates and the cove, which is just, you know, riddled with dirt and grime and rot gut, rum, drunk sailors, and everything you can think of in a type of body pirate cove. So there it is. Pretty impressed by it, and if you like it and you check it out, let me know what you think. So thanks for watching.